Hello folks, and welcome back to our tropical island base of villainy and other assorted mischief. Today we are looking at a small situation that can be spelled power outage and guards that have... I'm so used to games referring to the opposition as guards that I just keep doing it. This is a guard. His job is beating people up. That's what he does. Here we have yet another construction worker controlled demolition. I was talking about this yesterday actually, is that for how much I'm bullying the construction workers, they are incredibly good at controlled demolitions. I would actually even stretch so far as to say that they are impressively good at it. That being said, now we're going to need our nuclear power plant. We can have Colonel Blackheart come out and put some bear traps down, just to serve as a small distraction for whoever thinks to try and wander into the base. Meanwhile, we can also have our social minions do their very best to make sure that any opposition stays far out of our base. At the moment we don't really have particularly much to do other than make sure that nothing wanders into the base and becomes an issue. But instead we're just going to wait for them to construct our nuclear power stations. Very shiny item. I'm sure it's perfectly safe. Unless perhaps it's blown up, in which case we're going to have another Hindenburg, but we will worry about that in due time. And of course these agents are just standing around, well, being useless, as they do. And here we go, we're starting to get our first nuclear power station on the way, so we can actually immediately begin setting up our control room. The power requirements will be let's see here, it's 30 for the control panels, 34 with the memory banks, so 37 in total. I think that is going to be covered up by excuse me, by a pair of our nuclear power stations. And so we see that as the power came back on, we immediately get lights, we get our doors functioning properly. I'm going to put down yet another standard door here. And I think I'm going to want two separate armories. I'm going to have a small one here that is going to house our security equipment. That is to say, the security desk can be moved back just a little bit. Then we need handgun cabinets. Well, we need a handgun cabinet. We need a rifle cabinet, a time clock, and oh, that's annoying, and a heavy rifle cabinet. The remaining space can be for any other sorts of equipment we might need. For instance, I was thinking maybe we should put the interrogation chair in here.
Object purchase order confirmed.
Yeah, that's not bad. Actually, I'm gonna put this here.
Object move order confirmed.
Then I can just make the room a little bit smaller.
New room build order confirmed.
And of course we need a door.
Construction unpaused. Object has been ordered.
So now what do these things cost? They cost 25,000. How much did we actually end up spending on this room? So we have oh boy, that's 150,000 right off the bat. And we have memory banks for 7,500, and we're having 4 of those. Finally, we have the big screen for 50,000. Oh, dearie me, it's 230,000 room. I think we are going to add to that and put a heavy security door in place. Because, let's face it, we absolutely positively do not want anybody getting in here. That would be atrocious. I'm starting to think though that we're going to want to plop down another nuclear power station pretty much immediately. Because we can expect our island facility to grow rather quite large. And I think we have a small corridor, something like that perhaps, or no, these won't link up properly, but actually something like this could work. And I put a door here, some traps here, and then I put the armory area with the holding cells. Something like... oh dear. This is Katerina Frostonova, as the title so aptly announced for us. She is a Hammer super agent, and she is an assassin to boot. She, like most super agents, murderous and terrible. We rather quite would like to avoid as many entanglements with them as we can manage to, but that's of course easier said than done. So I think if we set up some cells. we have a lot of extra space, so we can create a fairly sizable cell block, I think. Like so, and so. Then perhaps it would be better to make the entrance like that. Then let's take this out a couple. And we certainly have room for 6 prisoners. And you can put down a heavy security door. And a standard door, just like that. This should give us a fairly secure holding area for the various guests that we will inevitably end up having to entertain. So if we put security camera down, actually I think a zoom lens camera will be more appropriate. We can worry about traps later. For the time being, our main concern is and will remain to get our facilities up and running, which I think we are doing admirably with so far. On that note, I think since we have the control room up and running, we are going to let's see, these archives, they're lacking something. Yes, we can put down an educational zone here. I think that would be a good thing to have next to the kitchen counter. Now, how much room do we have here? We have enough room for no, I'm not a fan of that look, but perhaps we could make this room house the oh yes, maybe, just maybe, we can have school desk here, laboratory worktop here, another laboratory worktop here, and a school desk here, just to... No, I'm not a fan of that either. It's perhaps a little wasteful, but oh, let's see, we can perhaps do something like this to get a proper training room going.
Room construction underway.
We will have some training punch bags. I think we had 2 in the other facility, and that seems to have served us rather quite well.
Warning, this object is inaccessible and must be moved if it is to be used.
We can have a chalkboard. Then perhaps move these a little bit closer.
Warning, critical hotspots are blocked. Move this object.
I'm sure the scientists will enjoy the opportunity to watch some real chaps going at it for motivation. here. Let's build a desk here. Since this rock is unbreakable. Uh-oh. Oh, no, no, no. Jubei, no, no.
I live to serve.
You just... no.
Great Papa. Yes. You have to be cruel to be cruel.
Peasants. They deserve death.
Right. I seem to have forgotten a rather quite important room. Namely, the freezer. Without the freezer, our minions are going to just leave body bags laying around willy-nilly. And that just plumb won't do. So for the time being we will just move them into our power plant, where nobody will tread. And I guess it sort of works like one of those ionizing radiation sterilization chambers, that it will take care of any decay and similar. That being said, we are finding ourselves with a little bit of a guard problem, so we are going to make ourselves, or we are going to bring back the trap setup we had on the other island, although perhaps slightly more compact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perhaps they will slam into this if the door is shut, but perhaps not. We will see. If this becomes a problem, we'll just switch it up to use lethal or we'll switch it up to a lethal setup instead, and the whole trap lethality thing will be a moot point anyway, since it's desirable. But here we go. We have a small freezer. Can't have it too small though. That would be silly.
Object purchase order confirmed.
Would like to sneak in one more freezer rack, but no, that's enough room for, I think, about 12 bodies should be. Actually, that's a poor use of space. I should make a corridor like this instead.
New home build order confirmed.
Actually, I'm gonna pause that while I'm still working on the blueprint. Let's see.
Room construction.
So freezer like that. There are 3 plants there. 3 there. 3. Okay, so it's not entirely ideal either. It's a little bit of a shame, but maybe something like that, 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 and that. I guess I also can put one there. Yes.
Room construction unpaused.
And a standard door. I think that'll be good. It'll be a little bit of a cramped way in, perhaps, but it should work out nicely, I think. Now, for some peculiar and frankly rather quite inane reason, we have tremendous heat with Smash, so I'm not sure what we did to them, but Whatever it was, they were clearly unhappy about it. Okay, so let me see here. I can just hook the smarts trap up to basically every other trap, then hook the laser up to the smarts trap, and that should be sufficient to
Weekend tag issued.
baffle anyone coming in.
Warning, an object is being stolen by an intruder. Capture tag issued.
Actually, this man needs a weakened tag.
Psychological weakening.
Could someone kindly move this thing? And we have our prison setup. Not sure the zoom lens camera was a smart choice in hindsight.
Intruder tagged for capture.
Okay, we need...
Bandits at 10 o'clock.
Bow down before Lord King.
Well, this turned out to be a violent old mess. And it's also going to be an expensive mess, because it has completely slipped my mind to purchase fire extinguishers.
Object has been ordered.
That is tremendous news.
Capture tag issued.
Well, hopefully they're able to run out and buy them before any issues arise from this oversight. Although my money is on an expensive mistake just having been committed, which is quite a shame. You help these guys.
Brother me.
Using threat of brain.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Who has the fire extinguisher? You do. Very well. Please, for the love of all that is holy, save at least 2 of the traps. And also move the body bags. They're distressing the workforce. It's a bit of a pain having to do this manually, but what can you do? And here we have the double door system. Once the freezer is up and running, I'm gonna have someone just come in there and have them all shot. Actually, perhaps they could be of use.
Prisoner interrogation order confirmed. Awaiting interrogation device.
Perhaps they could serve as a bit of a moral boost for the, as of right now, rather quite beleaguered minions, given the fact that they've been seeing terrible things, what with the body bags all over the place. That being said, we can install the totem pole in the control room. Perhaps somewhere like here.
This object has limited access.
And then let's see, what do we have? We have Eiffel Tower, which seems like an apt piece of decoration.
Caution, not all object hotspots are accessible. Caution, this object has limited access. Weakness tag issued.
So now Lord Kane is coming over to use his psychic terror ability, which should be sufficient to debilitate the opposing force. Although it seems like he would much prefer to go for the classic old fisticuffs instead. Which is fine. That's how he wants to do it, that's how he wants to do it. As long as the fellow gets results, I really am not too fussed about how he does it.
Intruder tagged for capture.
And of course our newly constructed freezer is
Security door bypassed.
security door bypassed. Now which security door did they bypass? It's just one of these. That's fine then. I do want a security camera set up here
Purchase order confirmed.
and also here. Presumably it's the door they're having issue with. I would guess so. Either way, I think actually yes, we could construct a small infirmary out of this area here. I have a feeling we are going to get better equipment for the infirmary, so it doesn't matter if it's a little bit bigger than would normally be the standard. Security loudspeaker here and here can help minions to make sure that the cameras are being monitored closely. Similarly, we need to make sure that the control room is staffed properly and that our training room is assembled.
Object has been ordered.
Actually, I think if I move these and they're next to one another,
Order confirmed.
I can squeeze in a laboratory worktop.
Object purchase order confirmed.
Unfortunately, the layout does kind of need to be a bit silly because
Interrogation requested. Select an interrogation device to proceed. Capture tag issued.
well, don't have all that much space to do as we please with. So, this juncture, I'd say, see, I want there to be a corridor that goes something like this. Like this. yeah, we can put...
New home build order confirmed.
Actually, I'm going to want a corridor that goes
Unpaused.
something like this as well.
Road construction unpaused.
Then put a larger training room for more advanced minion types, like see, this is also going to be an expensive room, I believe. Going to need a couple of heavy rifle shooting ranges. They can be...
Hostile presence detected in base. Object has been ordered.
can put in an electron microscope here, because we aren't really going to need all that many of them. And then a single TV studio.
Not all object hotspots are accessible.
Not ideal, so we're actually going to expand the room a little bit further, like so. Then we can move the shooting range
Object will be moved shortly.
there, which will create
Caution, this object has limited access.
some free space for the TV studios.
Not all object hotspots are accessible.
Which will then, in turn, let us have some Playboy training equipment in this corner here. And another chalkboard.
Order confirmed.
On that note, we're going to set up the corridor trap again, now that we can be reasonably confident in our ability to put the fire out.
Object has been ordered.
And as we do that, we are going to send a couple of guards, a couple of mercenaries, another dollop of mercenaries, yet more mercenaries, or one mercenary, just out to steal some cash for us, because at the moment we aren't really doing all that hot. I mean, sure, we have a considerable fortune at our disposal, but we don't actually have
Prisoner interrogation order confirmed. Awaiting interrogation.
enough to do all of the construction we would like. Which is naturally a bit of a problem.
Prisoner execution order confirmed.
There we go, we can have someone just come by and pop these ones in the head for a bit. I see that Katerina Frostanova has returned to her home country, which is very nice to see. I can't say I was all too hyped to deal with her. Just a couple of treasure pads.
Object purchase order confirmed.
Like so, and we have the standard entryway trap set up to work its magic. This painting has no business being in the corridor. It's far
Kill time issued.
far too suspicious.
Object move order confirmed. Intruder tagged for termination.
Oh my, this guy picked a dreadful time to escape.
Detected on security network.
course, I suppose it's all the same in the end, really. We have the control room running. Someone has seemingly running a presentation on polymerization and high pressure compressor and just your regular old science stuff. And they've also forgotten to set the time on the machine, which is, well, what can I say? It's hardly unexpected. Meanwhile, we have our strong room, which also needs some traps, eventually. It also needs a security camera, in case anyone slips in there. I think we can start out fairly simple by putting in a couple of Satan's chimneys, which should be enough to sort out anyone seeking to do anything untoward in that room.
Room construction unpaused. Prisoner interrogation requested. Select an interrogation device to proceed.
This construction worker seems to be doing rather quite peculiarly, I believe. But so it goes. I think our mission at this point in time is just to make sure that we get back sort of to where we were in terms of, well, facility-wise. I think for a laboratory we have... Let's just set up a small test laboratory and we'll see how much stuff is going to run us. So let's see here, we have the research machine. So 100... Okay, so let's see here. So that's 100,000 for the research machine. 5,000 for the data bank. Then let's see, AI supercomputer, environment chamber. And the greenhouse. Biotank, laboratory laser, and centrifuge. Not to mention the impact stress analyzer. Oh, dearie me, that's a 600k room. We are going to get ourselves some serious funds in order to construct that, which we will. Zero doubt in my mind. Unfortunately, the laboratory is going to end up a little bit out of the way. Perhaps somewhere like here. Let's see, I won't actually construct anything. I'm just figuring out how things will go. Of course, that being said, we are starting to get rather quite close to the we've actually passed the 40-minute mark, so it's practically time for us to call it for the time being. Now, this has been a relatively relaxed episode up until the point where
Object has been ordered.
some dreadful fiends decided to come in and shoot the place up a little bit, but that's all sort of par for the course, I'm inclined to say.
Object will be moved shortly. Object move order confirmed.
And we have further casualties. Guess the agencies of the world aren't fans of us stealing. That being said, I hope you've had a pleasant time watching. I hope to see you again next time. And I wish you a very pleasant evening, afternoon, or whenever it happens to be where you're at.
Burglary in progress.
On that note,
Object purchase
we're
order.
going to order the deaths of some men through confusion, and we are going to end the recording here. So, have a pleasant evening, and do take care. Goodbye.